We welcome you to Los Angeles. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, number 33.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rojas under it, hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Towards first, Freeman steps on first for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Ezequiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. The 2-1. Foul ball. 2 outs, bases empty. In the air to left center. Pajes on the move to the gap and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Today's starter for Colorado, Kyle Freeland. What do we need to know here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Shohei on the go. Pitch misses. Wide throw, and it gets away. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, the pressure was on, and he knew he had to have a quick release behind the plate if he was going to have any chance of catching him at second. He's got great speed, and in this case, it resulted in moving up 2 bases. That's what happens when you aren't able to get your feet under you and square up to second properly.
Three-two. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
That was just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Mookie now to first, and Betts is set, and that is that. So the Dodgers leave 1 scoreless after 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Second inning set to go. Here's the power hitting catcher, Hunter Goodman. He might just be the best hitting catcher in the game today.
Well, Boog, he's so valuable, does a good job behind the plate, but offensively, he's a middle-of-the-order type of bat, especially when you talk about catchers, and their #1 job is to handle the pitching staff and prevent runs. This guy is able to add runs by producing them.
Number 37.
Braxton Fulford digging in for the Rockies. And now the lefty. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Over to first, and he saved. And now it's going to be Jake McCarthy
That's ball 2.
off the mark there, and a count 2-1. Just missed.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Good boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Hit in the air, left field. He's got it. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Kyle Karros. And that one fouled off. And there's a ball. And a curve is down and in.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here at the top of the second. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Popped up. Betts makes the catch, and that is that. So 1 left for Colorado. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special on my essence.
Back here in LA, we head to the bottom of the second, and now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
The count's full.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Ball, that pitch is out.
And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Laser base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw.
Well, there you go, the RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runner takes off, up the middle, hauls it in, and there's one away. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Swings and misses, and one down below the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 2. That's a little bit low. Shohei Ohtani up next for the Dodgers. Hernandez at third with 2 away. That one blasted deep to right. Freeman going back on this one. And that one hops the wall. It's an RBI double, and it's 2-0.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And that's outside. And that's ball 2. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Andy Pages now at the plate. First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed the inside corner, and the count's even at 2. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And no one can get there. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score, and it's 4-0.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here is Freddie Freeman. Next pitch is outside.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Man at first, and the batter now, Mookie Betts.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Rockies nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Troy Johnston. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
To third. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Willie Castro.
This is Willie Castro. Two down, nobody on. And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Center field, Pajes on the move. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that'll do it.
I travel by car, town to town, city to city, trying to reach the people and sell my CDs. This is my grind, it's what I'm committed to. If it don't...
Set for the bottom of the third. So here's Kyle Tucker now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Close, but called a ball. 2 balls and a strike.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Now this is in the air down the line. Johnston sizing this one up, and that ends the inning.
I've been ratted out, letting them know what the back is about. Swatted freeloaders arms when their hands was out. Hope you dudes in the street wearing Teflon. If they don't like Frosty, then I'ma give them F-Spawn. Go ahead and watch me catapult to the top.
And we're back. Start of the fourth. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler Freeman. On the ground to third. Hernandez over to first in time. And a quick out, number one. Next for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Got it. That K is his third of the game.
Well, it's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
Hunter Goodman digs in now. That missed by a lot, and it's 2-1.
That's ball three.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And there's ball four.
Take your base.
Now batting, number 37.
Braxton Fulford digging in for the Rockies. Goodman off of first with two away. And that one ripped into right, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. The Rockies strand one, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the fourth. Antonio Senzatella.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike two.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Just off the outside corner. 2-2. Out to short, Tovar. In plenty of time to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
It's softly on the ground to third. Sends it across to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Now let's go relax city,
Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Everybody favors we can give you.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
the street, no one's testing me. I keep the beast within reach.
So runner at second, 2 down. Pajes getting ready to hit.
That's out.
Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Man at second. And ball four, two aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And here's Freddie Freeman. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Next one misses. The count now 2-2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Freddie Freeman bops one out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 8-0.
That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's Mookie Betts. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, pay.
Whips it to first, and Betts is gone. And the inning is over. Big 3-run shot for the Dodgers. It's now an 8-0 game. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Next pitch is outside. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Justin Robles, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Klein, the right-hander, also getting loose. Close, but called a ball. And the count is filled up.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hernandez makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep, and then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. Still 8-0. So they turn things over to the righty, number 63.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Ball to strike. In the air, center field. McCarthy makes the grab, and there's one down. And now Teoscar Hernandez. One out, bases empty.
Ball.
Activity in the bullpen. Seth Halverson getting ready to come on for Bud Black. One down, base is empty. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Will Smith to the plate.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were in.
McCarthy makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. One left for LA as the lead holds at 8-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Justin Robles.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Now it's the second baseman.
Number 39.
Nope.
Action in the pen down there.
We got 2
Lake
balls,
Trinan,
1
the
strike.
veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Gervais getting loose as well. That's outside,
off the plate.
and the count is 3-1. This one in the air, right field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Willie Castro.
So the lineup flips over. Willie Castro digging in for the Rockies. Pitch is in for a strike, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that
Ball,
one
that pitch is out.
upstairs. On the ground, and it stays fair.
Now batting, right.
So in now for Colorado, Tyler Freeman. And foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 2-2 on the way. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 2-2. Line to left. Hernandez pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Ezekiel Tovar. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So 1 left for Colorado, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here at Chavez Ravine, bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Enrique Hernandez. That's inside. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Seth Halverson getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And that one missing low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Just missing there, and it's 2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
The Dodgers up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Got him swinging. Dodgers go down quietly as it remains an 8-0 game. Back here in LA, top of inning number 7 at the plate, Hunter Goodman. On a line, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard. It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of a StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour. StatCast absolutely lives for these moments. You know, it's so cool to get that kind of data back almost instantly.
Now here is Braxton Fulford. Got him swinging. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Fastball is outside.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And now it's even up. Goodman leads off first with 1 away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a good eye there.
Ooh, I thought he'd bite right there.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
2 outs. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
That one misses, and now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. This to third. Whips it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's hard hit on the line. Dives and he can't hang on. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit. That one off the mark. Now 2 balls and a strike. On the ground to the left. The throw to first, and that will end the inning. back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to begin the 8th. So in now for Colorado, Troy Johnston. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
The next offering misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one missing inside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. In for a strike. 3-2 now.
Down to 3-2.
Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting, first base.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So a man aboard. Next is switch hitting first baseman Willie Castro. Double play ball to second. There's one.
That's an out.
On to Freeman. Double play, inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Rockies nothing. A new arm into the game, the righty Seth Halverson.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
And now Will Smith. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Zach Agnos getting ready to come on for Bud Black. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. Here's Kike Hernandez. The Dodgers up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball 2.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He made him pay for that one. It's 9-0. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Base is empty with 2 away. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. Two down, nobody on. Ripped on a line. Freeman makes the grab, and that's the inning. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. Last chance coming up for the Rockies. New inning getting started. Leading off, Tyler Freeman. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Throw on to Freeman. Now one gone in the ninth.
Now batting, shortstop.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a foul ball. The Rockies with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. Got him looking for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out.
Now pitching for the Dodgers. Number 65.
And that misses. Ball 2. Activity in the bullpen. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Two outs. Now a screamer into the outfield. And it goes just foul. Gervais is just 1 strike away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
9-0 your final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.